Hey, let me go put my headphones on. Let's get started.
Now I'm in the mood. You have to follow it right back up with some Drake. I don't know why, but that's where I'm there.
I'll close it off with that. Okay, bet. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill episode.
I swear I don't know.
Oh my God, 135.
Okay.
We had a really good streak going on. I just knew she was about to come in here. Oh man,
I really thought my gut said 135, but I was like, is it 134? I don't know.
It is what it is. It's okay. We'll try again. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill episode
135.
Let's go.
Let's get into it, guys.
Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, a.k.a.
Oh, shit. I'm on a roll today. Do it again.
Jamila, what show are you on right now?
I'm asleep.
Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, a.k.a. E-Money Boss.
And I'm your girl, Jamila, with her own boss.
I swear to God, I don't know, man. We gonna have to start having rehearsals. What's going on, man?
I don't know. We've been doing this for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Going on a few.
Man, I went back and looked at some of our old videos. I was like, God damn, we've been doing this shit for a minute. Like,
yeah, we've been doing this for a minute.
I know.
And I'm messing up.
I'm gonna have to edit a lot during this episode. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for pulling up to another episode. We got a very special guest for you guys. But before we get into all that, Jamila, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was your week?
This is good.
Yeah, fuck last week. You ready for this week?
Yo, I swear I was going to say it, but you said it, so I'm like so here for it. Yes.
Yo, by the time you guys are listening to this post-production, we are going to be in North Carolina. We're
going to be live too out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gotta go live on both, like live YouTube and Instagram, because I really don't. Instagram don't be showing us love the way we should.
They
YouTube,
don't, but they're going to enjoy us out there.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we are going to the Dreamville Festival in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes. Raleigh, North Carolina. We are on the way, man. So can't wait to see that. As you guys know, J. Cole has his annual Dreamville Festival there, and he's going to be co-headliner with Drake, along with Burna Boy and Usher, and a few other really dope names. So I'm very excited.
Y'all know who I'm going to see.
You already know.
I'm going to see Drake.
I'm going for the vibes, you know what I mean?
I definitely am going. It's going to be our first time, guys. He could be like the festival king, okay? It's going to be my first festival. Well, my first like mainstream hip-hop festival. Because when I think about it, I grew up going to festivals. Like all the reggae festivals and all like that. That was like my jam back in the day. It was like my mom's jam and I used to go.
Oh, yeah. Them reggae festivals. Now, I haven't actually been to a reggae festival.
Wow.
I know, right? Like
I've probably been to like one every year, like my whole childhood.
The ones in Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know they be getting real lit. Real lit. I want to do it. I mean, I'm out there now, so like I think I'm going to try to do it this year. And if not there, Toronto was good. Columbia was good. You know what I mean? Like, let me know where I should be at. But, yeah. What else do we got to get into? Anything else? No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, man. Well, my week was good. Can't really think of any new shit, you know what I mean? I'm just focusing on the future, what's lying ahead, so.
Same shit, y'all. Different day. Just trying to make some money.
Yes. Well, we got a very special guest in the building today that's going to be talking to us about making money, you know what I mean, his way, so I'm very excited to bring this guest on.
I am too. It's a personal friend of mine and business partner.
So, without...
Hopefully you ready. You woke out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with further ado, I'm going to be introducing Chris with R2B Appliance Technical Solutions.
Let's go!
Welcome.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Welcome, man, to the Top Hill Podcast. How you feeling? Good, man. Man, we're glad to have you on. I know Jamila said that you guys are good friends and stuff like that. So this is going to be a fun interactive conversation. I can't wait to get into it, man. All right, first things first, man. we gotta let the people know who you are, what kind of business you're running. So go ahead, let the people know who you are and what is R2Bs. What is R2Bs?
R2B, man. R2B, man. I'm Chris Goodwin. Entrepreneur, father, grandfather, all that, you know. And
every time you say grandfather,
I know it's
every time you say it.
Hey, look,
Hey, you gotta say, hey, look, a lot of people don't make it to be grandfathers. You know what I mean? That's a blessing, man. It really is.
That's a young man sitting right there.
So
yeah.
So what?
That's a grandpa. That's Papa.
What's up, man? Look.
It's tight though. I ain't gonna.
I can't wait to be a grandfather one day, man. You know what I mean? Get my gray hair.
I don't want that smoke, man.
I don't want it. Come on, man.
He ain't even the daddy yet.
My knees, man.
He ain't even a daddy yet.
Hold up, you ain't even a father yet?
Nah, not yet.
Sit
Yeah.
down.
It's like eventually, I know it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want to have a little family, little legacy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yes, going back to Chris, we got entrepreneur, dad, grandpa.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about R2Bs. What made you
Gonna put some respect on my business.
R2B
R2B
Appliance Technical Solutions?
Yeah.
So tell us about your business, man. So what made you get started in this business?
And what
broke
is
as hell.
I feel you. So
I'm talking about broke, Slim.
okay, like how broke we talking? We talking like
We
sleeping on the
talking
floor
like
broke, outside
gas, food.
broke.
Make a choice.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
What is R2B Appliance?
Ready to blow. It was R2B started out being I'm gonna get back at you, but it turned into nah, you finna learn some real shit.
Okay.
I'm finna grow you up.
Okay.
ASAP. R2B grew me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is R2B?
Well, I've been in this industry almost 2 decades.
And what industry is this?
R2B, it's a commercial and residential appliance repair.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've actively had R2B appliance since 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Damn. That's really dope, man. When I first looked into your business, man, at first I came to your website. Your website is really, really dope. It's official. It's official as hell.
I just paid for it.
Hey, look, and you paid very well. I can tell. Or, you know what I mean? So, it's a really dope website. If you guys don't know, yeah, no problem, man. When I see this, I see like, okay, this person really, really cares about their business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people sometimes when they're starting a business or when they're running it, they take shortcuts, you know what I mean? And when you have a professional website like this, you can already just tell like, okay, this person means business. You know what I mean? They really care about what they're presenting out to the world. Because this don't look that much different to me than Best Buy, you know what I mean, or Walmart, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's really, really dope. So we're gonna like get into like the meat and the potatoes. We're gonna keep picking at you with a lot of these stuff, man. So R2B, what made you come up with that name, R2B?
I was ready to blow, huh?
Ready to see that was right over my head.
Man, what you think I was on some Star Wars?
I don't know what you was on, bro. I was like, R2B.
Yeah.
Now for our listeners, because we have a really strong international audience, there's an artist named, a group named R2Bs, and they're like a legendary. They're like a legendary group out in Ghana. Like they're hip hop artists or whatever.
Okay.
So really dope.
The
So
culture?
yeah. It's still the culture, you know what I mean?
And we're gonna get into it because what you probably don't know, especially like what our podcast do, because it is so internationally based. If you decide to stay after the interview, you'll see our top or not segment where we're listening to a lot of these big international artists.
Okay.
But yeah, they're big artists,
Yeah.
big mainstream artists internationally.
Okay. That's what's happening.
Right.
Hell, don't pick me.
Right.
Don't pick Don't pick me.
Hey, yo.
Are
Oh,
you my
my-
dad?
Absolutely not. Sorry, don't even look alike.
Y'all a mess, but going back to Ready to Blow though, I really do like the name
Yeah.
Especially for saying that you started when you was broke. So you
Yes,
started
yeah.
with the name R2B.
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew
I
you
even
was
got a
finna blow.
grenade tattooed on my chest that says "Ready to Blow."
Oh shit.
I meant that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, I meant that.
Ready to blow. Did you blow? Look at God.
Hey man.
So tell us
I
about the
risked
journey.
everything.
You said you would, or you had?
No, I am, and I'm. You got to be willing to risk everything.
Yeah.
Good, bad, indifferent. Sometimes people. You got to be ready to risk it all. I mean, either you gonna win it, or you gonna lose it all. But even if you lose it all, shit, that's a good place to start.
Right. Yeah. I definitely realize too when you're starting a business, you have to be able to take risks. You gotta
calculate a risk.
Calculate a risk for sure.
Because
but
I was out here just
just go.
Yeah, just whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But like no risk, no reward either. You know what I mean? You can't be too safe either on the other side of the pendulum. You know what I mean? So like, I think. Oh, and guys, by the way, too, if you guys have any questions for our guests, don't hesitate to put it in the chat as well, too. Your industry is a very unique one. You know what I mean? Because when I
smoke on here,
I mean, I would say no for now. Yeah, because it's YouTube, man.
I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, YouTube is a little they sensitive right now. You know what I mean?
What that mean?
I mean, they don't talk like us, they don't walk like us. You know what I mean? We're using their platform. Sometimes
they get used to it.
I mean, they.
But then we don't get paid.
Oh shit!
You know, it's about the money. You know what I mean? It's about
quiet.
And then they won't push their interview either. That's another thing too. Like we want to be able to like broaden your interview and have as many people come to R2B for their services and stuff like that. So, and then also too, even for our international audience, even if you guys are not here in the States, his story can inspire you. You know what I mean? Or his business can inspire you, because one thing what I realized too, like sometimes people feel that, okay, if this person's doing this one thing, is nobody else can do it, right? Or there's not enough room for me to do it. But that's not the case. You know what I mean? There's enough money and room out here for all of us to get it. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So don't have that scarcity mindset. So like you might be inspired by something this brother says and be like, you know what? I can do this shit in Ghana. I can do this shit in Nigeria. I can do this shit in Kenya. You know what I mean? So and then, you know, and work it like that, you know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, especially internationally, what he does is appliance repair. I mean, we're talking from stoves to refrigerators, ovens, microwaves. Y'all have that everywhere. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like just from knowing Chris, he was able to grow his business by the experience that he already had fixing things and working on things. So, you know, for the females and the men especially, if you are handy, I definitely think that you should definitely explore the option of, you know, learning how to fix some stuff.
Right.
How did you start learning how to fix stuff?
Broke as hell.
Just starting up.
I ain't had no paper, man.
So when you were learning to fix stuff, was stuff already broke? Were you one of the type of people that was taking stuff apart that was still working, or was it broken just trying to fix it? Like, tell us a little bit more about how you actually started the journey.
It started when I was 5.
You was 5?
When I was 5, my mother bought me a little toy robot. When she bought me this little toy robot, I just was infatuated by the lights, and I said, well, I want to see how it works inside. So I went and stole tools from everywhere, and I finally figured out how to take it apart. But once I took it apart, I was like, well, I got to put it back together. Let me figure out how this thing works. So that's when I started learning, you know, voltage, continuity, how millivolts work, ohms, resistance, stuff like that. That's how I learned how all that worked. I mean, I started at 5, but I was no stranger to just hustling early.
Right.
Yeah.
We got a question from one of our subscribers. Shout out to Indu in the chat, man. So he said that you know, you mentioned that you started off, you was broke. He said, how did you get the money to start your business? Like, how did you work into getting it started?
So I worked at somebody else's job and somebody else's job, and I made sacrifices.
Yeah.
When everybody was outside playing or going to the swimming pool, I was at work. And you know, I stayed fly, but I was putting paper up, and you know,
yeah, man.
that's how I got the cap.
it's the hustle mentality, and you got to be able to put sacrifices down. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can't always go out every weekend and turn up, even though it may be fun and stuff like that. Like,
absolutely,
you got to be able to stack up, man. And a lot of times, a lot of us that we be acting like we can't get to it, man. But there's so many ways, especially in 2023, in ways to get money now. Like, it's the world is yours, man. You got Google. You got YouTube University. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways that you can hustle. You can work your regular 9-to-5 job and then find a way to work 5 to 9. You know what I mean? and just keep hustling. And then when you find, you know what I mean, like something that you want to start, like your own business, you will have the funds to be able to get that started. So
I never got an opportunity to do none of that.
For real?
I just straight up head down right into it for somebody else's appliance repair company. Now we're doing business together. Where I first started, and I mean for 2 decades, all those summers, I couldn't even enjoy vacation. I hustled every day,
right?
Sun up to sun down. I would start work sometimes 6-7 o'clock in the morning, truck pulling the driveway 11 o'clock at night.
And you know what's so funny about you saying that? For those of you who don't know, I work with Chris. I do administrative support for his business. And this man is a 6-figure earner, but he still works sun up to sundown every goddamn day. Like, me and another one of our people that we work with are constantly trying to get this man to take a break. Like, he will not take a break for anything. So he definitely has been doing this for several years, but he definitely still has the hustler mentality.
Right. You can't let it go. I mean, one day the right door gonna open, and when it open, I mean, you can sit there and fake it. You can't fake it, man. Right. You can't fake it.
Right.
You know, that's pretty much what it is. You can't fake. You can't fake this. This is waking up early in the morning, dropping off kids. Trying to get some Starbucks. Hopefully they got everything for that.
Right. You never do the mobile ahead order, you know what I mean?
I tried that.
They be messing up the order.
I mess around and get Shaquan order. I don't even want that pork on there.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, it's driving, it's emailing, it's talking to customers, it's putting out fires, it's striking deals, it's making, you know, work. It's a lot of work. A lot of the manufacturers I do business with are international as well. So it's not like I'm just working on your $350 range. I'm working on $10,000 and $20,000 ranges and $20,000 refrigerator. Well, anywhere from 10 to 20 grand refrigerators. I mean, I was blessed enough to go work in the White House and run a service call.
Wow.
You know me. I mean, I'm gonna be me regardless. I'm not gonna change for nobody.
I'm gonna give him a round of applause.
Right.
That's dope shit. Yeah, man. We celebrate black businesses over here, man. Like, because I would not have thought about a industry like this, like a appliance repair service. Like, basically, you found people have this problem, and you just found a way to help solve people's problems, and that's basically what it comes down to, is just figuring out what is the problem and how can I help solve these people's problems. You know what I mean? And
that's what you got from that, because I got something different.
What'd you get?
I got.
Yeah, that was simple as shit.
I try to break it down in simple terms.
But like, for me, I don't think it was that, because I do realize, especially like just knowing the type of mentality that you have to just fix stuff. Everybody doesn't have that. Some people have a more artistic mindset. Some people have a more intellectual mindset, where he has more of a mechanical and engineering type mindset. I think that he honestly just played to his strengths, and he just kind of just fell in his lap. Right.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like just in business in general, like
any problem. The only way to be successful is to fix.
Is to fix somebody's problems, right? And that's all I was saying. Like, he was able to find his way of helping to solve somebody's problem. And it's just like, to me, this is just a dope industry, because I never heard of it until you mentioned it to me. So I just think it was really dope. It's innovative.
Chris, let me ask you this. So when you would work for other appliance repair companies, what do you feel was the biggest problem that you saw that you felt like you had to fix when you started yours?
They was afraid to run wild, and I wasn't.
What's run wild?
Meaning they would just stay in one particular brand or class, or and I didn't care. I just said, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I want to get in bed with every manufacturer, not because of the money, but for the skill. You know, I wanted to tackle the hardest manufacturers to do, you know, business with, so everything else was just subpar.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel as though because if they were already in this limited category, when you stepped out of that limitation, how did you learn that skill? Did it still just come just as natural to you to deal with these harder appliances and stuff like that? Or how did you learn it?
Believe it or not, when I take something apart, everything else around me goes dark. And everything that I'm working on opens up. I see wires like people see keys. Okay. I see wires like people see keys. I see control boards, and I can trace wires just at a simple glance, and I don't know.
And does it come is it like obvious once you look at it?
Yep. Instant. Sometimes my assessment may be, I may spend more time driving there versus the assessment. I can just, bam, I already know what it is. Well, how do you know it needs this? I'm going out to the car. I'll be right back. Fix it 30 minutes. Let me get paid.
So, because one of our viewers asked, you know, how do you stay updated on all the upgrades of the appliances? It just comes natural to you?
Stay in the game.
Okay.
Doing your research.
Just staying in the game. If you put something challenging in front of you, jump in.
So when they do upgrade these appliances, are they making like major changes at one time, or you're just slowly watching them upgrade?
I'm watching them slowly upgrade, and I'm looking at the upgrade, and I'm going,
So usually, like when you take something apart, does your mind usually tell you like they need to do this, and that in the next model, and then when you open it up, that those corrections may have been made?
And I give a lot of insight to manufacturers what improvements they can make, and also if they had other servicers that I came before or after, I could say, hey, well, this is where they messed up, or this is where, you know, they need a little bit of improvement. So it's kind of like everybody looks out for each other,
okay,
in a way. But yeah, I would say the biggest challenge with that, when you think you're giving constructive criticism to somebody that spent millions of dollars to build a product line, they get upset.
But they still fix it.
Yeah. They get upset. Yeah. But I'm here to help them. Help me. Help us.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's like you just reverse engineer everything that you pretty much see.
I can tell you if, let's say, you're not pulling enough voltage for this part, or, you know, your tech manual is trash, it doesn't have, you know, the proper voltages, it has no images, it doesn't give you any wire coordination, I talk real. Yeah, I don't water myself down for none of those people.
Have you ever thought about being an engineer, or thought about like going that route or anything like that? No.
He doesn't necessarily have to either, because they request him
to
help doing these things.
Them. Right. I mean, I called them, but I don't go checking for them.
Right. No, I'm thinking like the way how your brain is set up is like you're like one of the head engineers. Like this, people will come for you for help and advice because you can look at something and be like, okay, this is this is that, this is how we fix it. Because like you mentioned, you can predict future models, how can they upgrade, how can they improve, and you can look at that from previous models. It takes a really intelligent brain to be able to do that, and the engineer mind to have that. You know what I mean? Where like there's some people who run around doing engineer like they're just looking for you. You know what I mean? Type stuff. So like it's really dope.
Well, I will say I have to give credit where it's due.
Okay.
There's two people that really groomed me in the business.
Okay.
And that would have to be my uncle.
Okay.
He's been bow down. He's the master. But I'm on your ass. But I'll never be able to surpass him because that he's got 30 plus years, and every time we talk, it's like we can have conversation in front of at a dinner table. No one knows what we're talking about. So I'd have to say it would be my uncle, and I have to say, well, he probably wouldn't want me to use his name. I'll just call him Wild Bill. That's my man.
Okay.
You know, and he really looked out for the home.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to the mentors, man.
Yeah, you need mentors in whatever you're doing. You may be good at what you do, but somebody will humble your ass real quick.
For sure.
I was on a call with my uncle doing a stack laundry. He wanted to go the long way, take the dryer down, put it over there, to change the door gasket. I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit.
Right.
I said, man, step back. And I bow. Didn't even take the dryer down. Got the unit done, no leak, looked perfect, looked like it just rolled off the assembly line. And my uncle was like, wow, you did that shit in 20 minutes. We was booked out for 3 time slots, like hour, 30 minutes. And my uncle's walked me outside. He said, I'm proud of you. You got it. He said, I'm finna burn your ass up.
Hey, yeah.
Why?
And he said, you have to trust the process. That's probably a reason why I did it like this. You have to learn to slow down. You have to learn to pay special attention because there may be just one tidbit of information that I can't show you, but you're there to see it. And you didn't trust the process, even though you got it done within, you saved us an ass of time, but you could have learned something along the way. I'm like, I walked off like, but then I said, wait, you can't fight right. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually really wise advice because there's so many instances where, we might take shortcuts and may see like, okay, I can get there in half the time and do this, but it could have just been that one little thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you never know. You never know. And this goes, I'm thinking about cars, I'm thinking about models that I build and stuff like that.
I work on them too.
Yeah. Okay.
Cars, real cars.
Right. Muscle cars. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. What? I'm gonna get into my car bag because we gotta like cars too. What's been your favorite car that you worked on?
Do you like working on cars?
I love it.
Oh, okay.
It's therapeutic to me.
I could tell the way how he answered the question at first. Like I already knew. Yeah.
My favorite automobile ever, I could drive forever. 87 SS Monte Carlo. Super sport. Yeah. Gotta be a super sport. Not no LS.
Okay.
SS. It's gotta be a super sport.
Okay.
Yeah. I prefer Aero Coupe, but they kind of hard to come by. But just to get my hands on one of them, pull that engine and trans out, do my thing to it. Yeah, man. It sounds beautiful about that good old American muscle.
What's something difficult in your industry?
People.
I should have known, but I wasn't expecting.
In every industry, no matter what you in, it's the people, man. I swear, it really is.
The people trash nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean,
in what way? Like, is it that their expectation of you? That's the way. Okay.
They want me to be a. I mean, the Maytag man had his time.
Right.
I mean, respectfully, rest in peace, the Maytag man. He was the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not him.
Right.
I was raised in East Atlanta, Georgia.
Right. Shout out to Atlanta, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm born by the way of South Carolina and West Georgia as well. But I'm not gonna switch up for these folks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come in there professional. I'm gonna do my job. You talk to me, I talk to you. You don't want to talk, that's cool.
Right.
But I'm here to do the job, and I'm in the win after that.
Right.
You know.
Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. They got some really good questions, man. Shout out to Indu.
I feel like you need to be on here asking some questions.
I mess with Indu, man. So another question he had, he said, where do you see the future of business in terms of your following generation as a father and a grandfather? And what is the plan on passing the baton to your youngins, if that is your plan?
Ain't no plan.
Okay.
Ain't no plan. If you're making plans, you sell yourself short.
Mm.
Because if you make a plan, your plan could be this big, but God may have something for you that's ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta just follow your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make, decisions based on your outlook, not what other people tell you. So,
Right.
respectfully, homie, ain't no plan.
Mm-hmm.
I like
but we
that
going
answer.
up. But
I
we
do.
going up.
I think also too, it's just being adaptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you're too laser focused on one plan and then obstacle comes in your way, something like that. Sometimes people get defeated. Sometimes people, are get deflated or whatever. But if you just have a little bit more of an adaptive mindset, and be like, okay, yeah, I might be going this way. This might get in my way, but I'm still gonna figure out a way to get to my destination, no matter what. So.
And going back to the passing of the baton, the children might not want to do that.
The children may have hoop dreams, lawyer dreams, hell, sanitation dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They may just say, hey, listen, I don't want anything to do with the business, but I want to have everything to do with the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I may want to have everything to do with your transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I may want to build a separate division doing something completely else.
Right.
So I was a traditionalist at one point where it was, you got to go do this, you got to go do that. And I sat back and I looked at myself. I was like, that's stupid as shit. So I just, whatever it is, like when it comes to my kids, I just listen.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to force, choice by force, but
It should never work out.
It should, nah.
That's a good dad.
Yeah.
Because my dad never got it.
Yeah.
My dad still to this day probably still thinks I should go back to school. I was intentionally going to be a doctor. I was a straight A student, on the road, all that good stuff, all the time. And I was literally growing up telling myself that I was going to be a doctor. But I was realizing that who was going to pay for school? He was realizing that.
Was that your dream? Whose dream was that?
So when it comes to like the household that I grew up in, especially with having an Islamic dad, and then when I look back on it, me and my brother had this conversation not too long ago about like women will say that they're not always trying to please a man, but in some form or fashion we are. So it did become my dream, so to speak, to make my dad proud. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But I didn't really want to. Subconsciously, I really didn't want to do it.
But what you want to do?
I'm doing what I want to do now. That's automatic. Like,
you're saying like back then you just wanted to make your dad proud.
I wanted to make my dad proud, and I felt like I was capable because I was doing so well in school and stuff like that. And it was like, sure, I could have got scholarships and stuff like that, but I felt like it was putting too much pressure on me to be perfect at school. You know what I mean? Like I did well in school, but I wasn't perfect in school. Like if I wanted to slack a semester, I could. If I wanted to skip class or skip school, I could. Like, you know what I mean? Because I already had came up with a plan. When I realized that money wasn't coming in and I didn't want to put that pressure on myself, I made a decision that I was going to go to the military because I had aunts and uncles that were in there. And I was like, oh, they're successful. They're the most successful ones in my family. Yeah, so I was like, I'm just going to go to the military and then they'll pay for school. So I was still having the idea that I was going to go to school to be a doctor. But as I grew older and got to know myself, I was like, yeah, he wants me to be a doctor. I'm like, I'm squeamish at the sight of blood. Like, how am I even gonna like?
Right.
How? Like, it's just
Right.
not in my character. Like, I just do not
See
have
the
that
blood be
umph in me.
now we both need doctors.
Like, how? Like, I already have a weak stomach. Like, the thought of things gags the shit out of me.
Mm.
So as I got older, I realized what I wanted to do, and then like once I realized, like once I'm really getting to know myself and my personality and how strong it is, I'm like, I'm a boss. But I didn't think that I was gonna be an entrepreneur until I had my son. That was at 25.
Mm.
It was when I was a kid. I thought I was gonna be the CEO of somebody else's company.
Mm. Like
Why did you
franchise?
think that?
Because in my head, so once I got up, well, when I was a kid, even in military, I saw myself in uniform, but I also wanted to be cute too. Like, I always saw myself in pencil skirt and heels with the corner office. Like, I wanted that corporate job. Like, I wanted, yes,
Right.
like, I really wanted that corporate job when I
What
was
movie
growing
did you
up.
watch? That
All of them. I wanted to be
It had
that
to be a movie.
bitch. Like, it wasn't even from a movie. I didn't even have an inspiration from a movie. It was just the lifestyle. Like, I thought that it was so pretty. It was so professional. That's where the money was at. Like, I just wanted to do that whole corporate thing. And then I was like, well, I know I'm not going to be a worker. I'm going to be a boss in the business. Like, but not my own business.
Right.
My dad did not get it. He still don't get it. But the fact
He'll
that
be
you
all
got
Yeah,
it.
he will get
Nobody
it.
talking about nobody give a damn. I'm lit it. You know what I'm saying? You see the pictures I posted today?
Hey, no.
I know that bitch will die.
No, I did not see it. My algorithm made me skip right over
Oh
that.
man, we forgot that people job like
Oh yeah. They in here, man. They in here. We have another really good question for you too. This is a really, really good question.
Yeah, man.
So he said, "Do you see your industry as an industry that is at risk of being replaced by AI in the near future?" And he's talking about like AI doing repairing appliances and stuff like that.
Hell no.
Yeah, it's a really big topic because like AI is so big right now. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's worried about their job being at risk because they're thinking like, okay, this system is working on its own, and that it can solve problems just by you putting in a prompt.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah. AI can only replace administration, but I prefer the personal approach.
The human aspect of
Right.
it.
But no disrespect to AI, but
You can't because they lit.
hey, but
They
look,
lit. But you don't think a robot could essentially, even if you don't want it, do you think that it's possible for them to replace you? Could a robot come in there and do what you do?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. You can't. So, example, if it's a 400 to 600 pound wall oven, how's a robot gonna take it out?
Yeah, no, because like even with the technology that they are talking about coming out, like even the Tesla bot that they're talking about, and even if that Tesla bot had an AI built in, which they're talking about it will, it's only going to be able to move a certain amount of weight, and it's not going to be able to move much. Like,
And the amount of risk too in your job with electricity, fires, gas,
It's
all
liability.
that. It's
It's
too much liability.
It's liability all around. I mean, I got gas, electricity. I got expensive countertops to worry about, expensive floors. My customers, and they won't move their fucking dog or their kids sometimes.
Yeah.
And no, a robot can't replace that.
Right.
You have to have a keen sense of awareness when you're. I mean, if the gas pressure is too much or not enough, no water column, or did I shut this off? Did I turn that back on? And it's a total I mean, of course, it would have the smarts to think its way through it,
Right.
but it can't physically do what I do.
Right. I'm thinking not in our lifetime, or maybe not even our next lifetime, but maybe more so like an assistant role. You know what I mean? Where you can like okay, you might be stumped at this one model where you don't know how to, where to put this wire with that wire, something like that. You can ask the AI prompt like, okay, like how do I do this and do that, and it might be able to give you an answer right there. He's like, hell no, I'm AI, nigga.
And if anything, he will be the one to design it so that he don't have to do the work hands on anymore. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm this kind of guy. Everybody wants the new Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a box Chevy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm looking for 88 Caprice.
Right,
So
right.
AI, man, listen, I'm barely on the internet unless I'm looking up parts or communicating with a customer. Other than that, I'm in my lane, man.
Gotcha. But you're open to it if it can help in like assist in your business? Okay, so but he's even
I'll give it to them.
Okay,
I'll give it to them. Hey, do what you do to make us successful, not me.
Right.
Make us successful. Here's another tool.
Right.
Other than that, everything I need to know is in this toolbox.
Right.
R2B does currently use AI right now. I just want to throw that out there.
That's
You
cool.
just don't even know that. Like I'm developing the voicemail and stuff like that, so that it doesn't have to be me or Will. It's gonna be some strong white man. You know.
Yeah.
Greetings, welcome to. Thanks for calling R2B. It's gonna be a white man.
Listen, man.
That's not gonna study.
Only thing I know if.
But yeah, as far as the technical side,
but that's how it should be. You hire the people that know what to do with it and know how to set it up. It's still a person.
I've been down that road before,
Yeah.
where I thought that I could do it all.
Oh shit!
Realistically, I was fucking up.
Yeah, of course.
And I had to realize that I needed a team.
Mm-hmm.
A team that had the same objective, the same goals, the same drive. I can't be the only one that is waking up. It's gonna be a good day when everybody's going, man, my baby mom. Care about your baby mama.
Right.
You know, we got money on the line. We got success on the line.
You gotta leave your personal stuff at the door at the house.
I mean, listen, when we talk about personal stuff, I sacrifice that too in order to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to even. I didn't know what the hell a podcast was, man.
He's about to do a what?
I was like, I looked through my phone and was like, oh, that's what that shit is.
Hey, that's what's up, man. All right.
I have a question.
Okay. What's that?
What advice do you have for future entrepreneurs? Just advice in general that you've learned along the way.
Choose your mate according to your profession and your skill set. That is the most important information. I mean, you can learn, lose, win, fail, but if your real support system ain't in place, bro, it's hard to think. It's hard to manage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to have someone that you don't neglect, but you have to have someone that understands, not just understand, that is willing not to just spend the money, but willing to say, you know what, I'm cool with these sacrifices so we can get here. Mm-hmm. And it's not all about the money sometimes. Sometimes it's about doing something together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's some dope advice, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. That was good. Because I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that.
Choose your mate wisely, man.
Yeah.
It could cost you.
Yeah, that's why I got one right now.
Almost locked you down that time.
Almost got me slipped away. Hey,
was it a sundress?
The sundress was
I seen the sundress. She was bad.
The sundress was fine. You know what I mean?
See, I'm straight ahead. Hey, Miss Ma'am, I'm on the way. I'm here to work. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
But every relationship, like I learn and grow from every one of them. You know what I mean? Like there's no bad blood or anything between me and my exes and stuff like that. It's all good shit, and I learn so much and I grow every time. So it's all good.
You know me. Fuck them niggas.
Hey, yeah.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm cool with all my exes. Cool with all of them.
All right, cool. Okay. We gonna keep it podcast. Okay, cool. Bet. All right. So where do you service your business? Is it just locally in this area?
Nah.
Like, okay.
You got money. I got time.
Oh shit. I mean, like for real though.
I've been to Delaware. I've been to North Carolina to do service. I've ran every corner of Washington D.C. I've ran every corner of the state of Maryland. Okay. I've ran every corner of Virginia. I've done service in California, New York City. I mean, if there's a project that could challenge me, I'm interested.
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
And for those of you who don't know, we do primarily work out of the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. But something that everyone should know is that he's like one of the only techs in the whole United States of America that can work on certain appliances at all.
Mm.
No man. But I do call technical support because sometimes I do second guess myself, even though I check and triple check. I want to make certain that it's according to manufacturer's specification before I turn it back in. I make sure I don't damage the floor. I make sure I pet the puppy. I make sure that he's cool with me.
Gotta pet the puppy.
I mean, you gotta pet the puppy. I make sure that I, cross every T, dot every I, but I do make mistakes. I'm still a human.
Yeah, you're human.
But I'm willing to, go above and beyond, but within reason.
Right.
Because some people's expectations are,
of course,
like, bro, for real, you call me with this shit,
right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we got this segment that we call, it's like a rapid fire top hill questions, and then we're gonna get into the top topics after that.
Okay.
And if you guys still got questions for us, let us know, man. Shout out to Sammy J in the building. I see you, bro. What would you say has been your top inspiration? It could be a person, a place.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey
Hussle.
I'm sorry, we're not playing Drake after I'm sorry, we gotta go to Nip. I was just listening to Victory Lap this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what, man.
I would say.
So it's fuck me.
And now what's the problem? Shout out to
Go ahead, finish first, because I can see how you just looked over like, we're not listening to Drake. We're not doing what? We're not going to do.
Jamila.
We're not listening to Drake.
Jamila hates it when you go against Aubrey Graham. It's like,
no, it's not about. It didn't have. We could have said that we was going to listen to Destiny's Child. We could have said we was going to be listening to Drew Hill. You going to look over. We're not. What? How you going to tell me what we not going to do?
I'm just listening.
See, because now I feel like I'm like who? Like so it's fuck me. So I think now it's no Drake and there's no Nipsey. We're going to have to find something else. Carry on. No, we beefing right now because for some odd reason, E-Money Boss think he's my motherfucking boss.
See what happens is when you start talking about Drake around her, she start tripping.
No comment.
But I was just talking about this Nipsey shit though. Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap.
Talk about your top inspiration, but we're not listening to him or Drake now. We're going to find something else, boss.
That's funny. We'll see.
Okay, all right, I'm going to show you. Okay.
I would have to say Nipsey Hussle, Master P, and I'm kind of reluctant to say it.
Nah.
I was in my head, this nigga better not say R. Kelly. I don't know why.
Hey, yo.
My mind just went left. I was like, who could he possibly say that?
Dave Chappelle.
We love Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's that man.
Nah, reason why I say that is because nobody really gets the connection. I mean, to do what I gotta do, you gotta have, oh my God, you gotta have some big balls. Mm-hmm. And Dave Chappelle, I mean, a lot of times I put on his station, and I just, I listen and, it kind of boosts my spirits. But I would say when I seen Master P when I was a youngin', $400 million, black man, Louisiana, I said, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when Nip came in and followed it up, Nip was able to. Master P inspired me, but Nipsey Hussle
motivates you.
Reached me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he reached me. Yeah.
You resonated more with him.
Yeah, because it felt like, even though I'm not from California, he carries the trait that a lot of guys that come from, a certain lifestyle, they don't want to see that. Right. They don't want to see the guy that's smoking weed. But I'm not knocking nobody over the head. I'm not bothering anyone. I do my work. I hang out with my kids, and I talk some shit with the homies, and I go home. Right. I keep it simple.
Right.
Yeah, it's really no outside.
Yeah, he was real organic with it. He realized like he had a real message that he wanted to get across to, some real niggas, some real people. But he knew that in order for him to give that information to it, he had to give it to them in the way that they were ready to receive it, and that was in the form of the rap style that he was portraying.
And somebody that was just like us.
Right.
Right. We're not going to speak perfect English.
Right. Of course.
We're not going to, have on
suits and ties.
Right.
And shit.
We're going to be us.
Right. We're going to be us.
Yeah.
And he did it in the most organic, authentic way, and that's just how why he was so relatable, why so many people fuck with him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I remember where I was at when I heard the news when he got shot, because I've been waving that fucking victory lap flag before a lot of people knew, because, you know, once he passed away, everybody was on Nipsey's.
Everybody was on there, yeah.
I was like, when that album dropped, I remember, like, he was nominated for the Grammys and stuff like that, and I was just like, this is the rap album of the year. There's no album that came out in this year that's touching this.
That's true.
None.
But have you heard Crenshaw?
I heard, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course, Crenshaw. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck with Crenshaw. Victory Lap, just to me, the way how it was produced and engineered, it was just more digestible to me, like, for, you know, the more broader audience stuff like that. Crenshaw is more raw. You know what I mean? And I fuck with that too. I fuck with both of them.
Right.
But yeah, man, fucking Cardi B won rap album of the year that year. That shit pissed me off, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
How y'all know this stuff? Like,
I'm big into music shit. Like I like.
I mean, I just turn it on and be like, okay, this shit got some bop in it.
Right.
And just be like, alright.
When I look at that TV, you look like somebody's grandfather when you hit that joint. He said, this thing got some bop in it.
Right.
But that's a part of what we got going on. Like, you gotta know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, would you say top artist is next? Would you say that Nipsey and you know, Master P was your favorite artist, or do you have a different, like, favorite artist or favorite person to listen to? Nas. Okay.
Nas. Hey man.
Illmatic or Ill was written?
Illmatic.
Okay.
Illmatic. Nas was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I rocked the fade because of Nas.
Mm-hmm.
I rocked the fade because of Nas. And also, I liked his delivery where he was just like super laid back. And I had ADHD and I could never just sit still.
Mm-hmm.
And cannabis is the only thing that can really make me sit still and speak clearly and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my ultimate favorite goal that I reach. I'm able to listen.
Okay.
But definitely Nas. When I listen to Nas, it's like music and poetry.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nas.
I don't ever want to ride nowhere with you.
I'm going to ride the speed limit and I'm chilling.
Nah, his playlist seems kind of it's kind of fire. You know what I mean? Because
I see where he going with it.
Yeah,
but I don't want to sit there and listen to it all day.
Because all the people that you're mentioning are people who have a strong business mind and have a way of, you know, translating their rap into helping the generation on becoming business people or entrepreneurs or finding other ways to get out the hood outside of just rapping and outside of, you know, playing ball and shit.
Right.
That's what all those people to me have in common. So.
And I do know that about them, so I don't really necessarily talk shit about them. I just don't want to sit around listening to them niggas.
Right.
I'm not saying that they're not good artists.
Yeah, I know that.
Because you know me.
You want to shake your ass.
No, especially when we talking business and we talking money. And we talking business, we talking money. Yeah, of course I want to shake your ass. But outside of that.
How you get there?
Because that's what it is when it comes to music with me. They know that. Y'all better be on point tonight because y'all know what I want to hear.
Yeah.
But when it comes to business, music, money, all that shit, like, you know me, I'd rather hear some trap music. You know, it's still all the same shit.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a little bit. Yeah, hit a little harder.
Yeah, everybody gets motivated differently.
What's your favorite trap artist?
Mine? Probably. Alright, so it depends. Because I don't like none of the new shit for real. So, like, if we talking, like, my favorite trap is probably Gucci Mane.
Okay.
Gucci Mane.
What about you?
I'm going to go with Big Boog.
Who's that?
Big Boogie, man. Like, I really fuck with Big Boogie.
Why is that your favorite?
That's my favorite right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite right now.
I never heard of that.
He has a couple of
Not a disrespectful way. Like,
no.
I gotta look into it.
No. I'll play some shit for you later. Like his shit to me just like that shit is just hard, bro. Like if I'm gonna listen to some trap shit, like that's the trap shit I like to listen.
And you know, I like Dolph.
Oh yeah, Dolph.
You can't mention trap music and not mention Dolph.
Yeah, he's like I can
Key
go
Glock
on.
too.
Yeah, Key Glock. I like Key Glock, but I'd rather listen to Dolph. It's like, why am I gonna listen to Key Glock if I can listen to Dolph? Like I can listen to Key Glock, and I do like him, but he's just not up there for me. He's fun to listen to. Yes, young boy, cool, but
I never heard one young boy song.
NBA Youngboy?
Not one.
He's a weird one, man, because he's like the most streamed, like people
Why?
play it, but I don't.
We don't know it.
I don't know
We
it
don't
either.
know.
I don't play it. I don't play it either. Like I don't know what
But
it is.
everybody
There's no hate, no
loves
shade. I'm
them.
just-
No,
Right.
the white
Not my
people
speed.
love it. First of all, that's how you get your streams anyway.
Yeah,
It's
white
like
people.
the young people, the white people, and I realized like even the older people, like who we had here last week, Elite Tactical Solutions. Rico liked them.
Yeah.
I was just like, you like young boy.
Yeah, I don't know how that hit his radar or anything like that.
I would have never got. If we would have had to pick that for life or death.
Yeah,
I've been dead.
Oh yeah, but
Rico and Young Boy.
yeah, and then he picked the baby over little baby. I mean, I still can't let that slide either. Like,
Hold up, the baby is the North Carolina guy,
Yeah.
and Lil Baby, that's from
The real
yeah,
rapping
yeah.
ass nigga.
Hey, Lil Baby,
Is the real
Yeah.
rapping ass
He
nigga.
slap.
No, he
Yes.
slap. He slap.
Yeah, I think Little Baby is probably like the top
Yeah,
trap
definitely.
artist like right now. Like he's the one kind of holding the flag. The flag getting kind of shaky. I ain't gonna lie. Like his
Consistency is really key, and it's hard, especially
It's hard
with
to keep
this microwave and popcorn attention span that we got. Like it's just we all over the place. It's hard to keep us at one artist except for Drake.
Do you think this is random music question? Do y'all feel that like trap is like kind of on its way out, or do you feel like it got a couple of more years?
No,
left?
I got weird.
Yeah, it got weird
It
with
got
the
weird, right?
Percocets.
Weird.
The opioids threw it all the way
Yeah,
up.
it's more like
when the wrist stopped moving, shit changed. I'm telling you.
I'm still stuck on Future. The Streets is calling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still stuck on OJ the Juice, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on
not going
Bankroll Fresh.
I'm not going.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them, and
Yeah.
every now and again, I definitely got to throw them if I'm going for a nostalgic trap vibe.
Future
Nostalgic.
Future is that guy.
OJ the
Still.
Juice.
Yeah.
OG the Juice is a little nostalgic. It's a little bit. Because when was the last time he dropped the record?
He could be still dropping, and I wouldn't know. I seen Waka Flocka drop something, and I was just like, "Oh, you're still making music?"
I didn't know he dropped the new. I didn't know.
No, it was a while ago, but it was just the fact of the matter. I was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
thought your season had came and went."
Yeah.
Ain't he gonna be at Dreamville?
Yeah, he's gonna be a Dreamville.
You might want to watch out.
What?
Yeah.
You mess around and snatch your little ass.
Hey,
Get the fuck out of here!
I met Waka Flocka in Miami.
I stayed at his mama house.
Hey, yo,
At Deb Anthony house when I stayed in Atlanta. My friend cousin.
Yeah.
How the hell you do that?
My friend cousin. It's her friend. My friend is their cousin.
Yeah.
That's confusing, but okay.
But he cool people though. He's not so much in the music anymore.
He
He's
in
more.
my head right now, like on my phone.
Cool.
It's like he's yelling.
Hey,
I ain't even gonna hold you. Flock gave us some good summers.
No, he
Still
really
crank.
did.
Still crank.
Flock
That's why
gave
he
us
in my
some good
head right
songs.
now real bad.
Yeah, he was actually a big part of that like this rock rap movement, like kind of EDM and stuff
That
like
Roscoe Dash.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
that. He introduced a sound that is still being used
Drug
today.
dealing music.
Yeah.
I did tell
He-
him.
He definitely influenced.
I swear. Live some Walker. That's good shit.
Yeah. Okay. Top vacation destination. It could be a place that you already been or a place that you want to go to.
East Atlanta.
Get the fuck out of here. That is not a top vacation. I'm gonna need you to dig a little deeper.
Magic City. Strokers.
Have I been to Magic City?
He just trying to turn up and slay.
No,
you ain't got no
slight
dream
turn up.
vacations.
No, I literally, when I go on vacation, when I leave and I go by myself, I'm not doing anything wrong. I literally just go home. That's a vacation. to
But
me.
what's the top? Like, what's your dream?
You never thought about
And this is
going out
what
the
we
country
talk to him
somewhere?
about all the time. Like, he needs to
Nah.
really do something. He be like, one day. I'm like, nigga, one day might not come. Like, you
Right.
need to be doing.
I would have to
stuff.
say international.
Yeah,
Yes.
international.
I got a thing for Italy.
Okay.
I got a thing for Italy.
Is it the food? Is it the
It's
scenery?
it's,
or?
it's the vibe.
Okay.
It's the vibe.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
But
that's
other than that, if I had to pick anywhere in the world to be,
Mhm.
I'm going home.
I
Yeah.
B&B will do that to you, though.
swear to God.
I'm going home.
Make you want to go home. Oh.
That's hilarious, man. It seems like a lot of our entrepreneurs, man, they just trying to get to the bag, just trying to hustle, man. They not thinking about vacation out here.
Mm-mm.
All right, Jamil, you want to get into the top topics?
Let's do it.
All right, so go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I got one.
All right.
Can someone be in love and still cheat? If you cheat, now can you be in love?
No comment.
I knew it was gonna go. I was like, damn, we gotta go through the whole joke.
You gotta answer the question. You already answered the question,
I'll
and
answer
then you
it.
have to go off the conversation. Okay,
All right, that's
what's
cool.
the answer?
All right, what was the question again?
Nigga, if you cheating, can you still be in love?
Absolutely. You can.
You can.
No, I'm gonna give it to it straight. This is my podcast. Look, I'm gonna let you know.
I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
So, if I cheat on,
Not you. This is in general, because I didn't think you to be a cheater, so you a cheater now.
I'm not a cheater. I
Oh,
never said
okay.
I never said I was a cheater.
Okay, but
But
you can see.
I do
feel like
understand.
This is for the future. Like, for some odd reason,
Hey, yeah, no,
let me
don't put that out
line it
there.
up just so that when
No,
it
no,
does,
no.
I be like, look at my podcast from 2023. I said I loved you before I ever cheated. Like, that's crazy.
No. I'm still I'm a one woman man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that, but I can understand how a man can love the woman that he's with, be with her, and stuff like that, and then just go and have sex with somebody else and still love his woman the exact same.
Does that still make that person? Will that cheater? Could they still qualify to be loyal
It all depends
as
on
a
that.
human being?
It all depends on that relationship. It all depends on how they decide their relationship is, because everybody's relationship dynamic is different. You know what I mean? They could have a dynamic where it's like, you know, hey, me and you are going to remain loyal to each other, but if I'm on vacation or something like that, and I just go out and do something like that, it might be cool. She might be cool with it. Or she can be like, as long as I'm somebody bringing it in too. If she likes women as well too.
That's not we talking about cheating. We are talking about cheating.
She talking about
You
nasty,
know what
like,
cheating is.
No,
Because cheating doesn't necessarily have to be sexual either.
Right.
I
That's
consider
true.
cheating doing something that you wouldn't want done to you and knowing that the other person doesn't want done to them.
Right. I still feel like men can still love their women even if they cheat.
What about women?
Women, I feel like it's a little bit more emotional. Like,
But can you still be in love with somebody and still cheat? Just because it's been an emotional
like I said,
attachment to
I'm not saying it's me, but I understand like for cheating for men is more so physical. It's not emotional.
I understand that. Whether it's emotional or not, even if Slim has an emotional connection with the person she's cheating with, can she still be in love with that other person?
I can't speak for the woman. I can't speak for her and how she feels. But I could just tell you, as a man, I can see how men can be head over heels in love with his woman and still be attracted to somebody else. And what that person may be deemed as cheating might be cheating, but still be in love with his girl. That's all I'm saying.
I think a woman can too.
Okay.
Chris.
He said, "Keep me away from this topic." All right, man. I want to say thank you, Chris, so much for being an amazing guest, man.
Thanks, bro.
Really appreciate you coming out here, sharing your story and sharing your business with us. Where can the people find you if they want to get in contact with you and get your services done and everything? How can they find you?
Don't call me, call them.
Okay. Jamila, this question is for you.
I don't know.
Man, listen.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to pull up their website.
Yeah, it's just the website because at the end of the day, we just now starting social media. Let's be clear.
Well, the mobile phone number, 301-310-2119. The email address is r2b.appliance@icloud.com. It's Romeo, the number 2, Bravo, period, Alpha, Papa, Lima, Indigo, Alpha, Nancy, Charlie, Echo, at icloud.com.
And the website is r2bappliancetech.com.
Look at this website, y'all. This website is legit. It's on fire. All right, man. Let me give a round of applause to our esteemed guest once again. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get into the reaction segment of this episode. So you already know how it goes, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All of Chris's information will also be down here in the description below. Make sure you guys check that out. If you guys ever need his services, you already know where to go. And make sure you guys share this, like this as well. And yeah, man. I'm the boy, Mr. Top Pill Pie, aka E Money Boss.
And I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
And we are out. Peace.
Top.
Leaving that in too.
Hill, top,